Good evening, everyone. I'm Dr. Shikha Sharma. I'm MD Dermatology, and I'll be talking about fungal infections today. These days, fungal infections are quite common, and uh, especially in the hot, humid climate, it increases. And it's also very difficult for the infections to control the infection because of the resistance in the fungi itself. I'll be talking about the types of the fungal infections. Broadly, there are of two types: dermatophytes and candida, commonly known as tinea or ringworm, and candida infection. How do you get the infections, especially the fungal infection? They are contracted when you come in close contact with a person who is already infected, sharing of the towels, washrooms, or sharing of the toilet seats with the infected person. And also when you use the damp clothes. And the risk factors include the patients who are immunocompromised, who are diabetics, and those who don't maintain a good hygiene, and those who suffer from excessive sweating. Also, they also get the infection. So what are the clinical presentation? How do you get to know that you're suffering from the fungal infections? So there'll be red rash, itchy rash over the folds, over any tinea can involve any part of the body. It can involve the scalp, hair also, which is known as tinea capitis, and it is more common in children and can also cause hair loss, permanent hair loss. So, and it can spread from one person to another, it occurs in epidemics in school going children. Another is tinea fasciae, which is quite common because of the use of the mask, because of the retained moisture, and those who don't change their mask frequently, and those who don't wash their mask frequently may get the infection because of the retained moisture, the fungus grows. Another is tinea barbi, also known as the infection of the beard area, and it may present as itching and pus-filled lesions over the beard area. Then over the body, it may involve any part of the body. Round red lesions with scaling can be there, and there can be involvement of the nails. Nails can get discolored, thickened, and yellowish discoloration can be there. Also, there can be involvement of hands and feet, and when you walk barefoot or in the public places, you get the infection. Candida infection can involve the oral mucosa, so you can get whitish layer over the tongue, over the mucosa, and over the genital mucosa also. There can be itching, discharge in the females, and itching in the males, and it can spread from one partner to another. And it occurs especially in patients who are immunocompromised, or are on steroids, or are on immunosuppressants, or are diabetic. And candida also involves the folds, in fact even tinea. It also presents as itch, there will be itching, redness, and burning sensation in the area. So how to prevent the fungal infections, and how we can treat them? So first of all, we have to avoid using over-the-counter creams, which generally people do or use, because this can lead to resistance and difficulty in the treatment of the infection. So wear loose cotton clothes in the summers, wash them regularly, change your undergarments every day, and iron them, dry them in the sunlight, and don't wear the damp clothes. Wash your socks and change your socks regularly. We ask the patients not to wear jeans, because the jeans, it may contain fungal spores, and if you don't frequently wash it, and fungal spores stay in that the denim fabric, so it's better not to wear it in summers. We advise wearing loose fitted clothes. Also, cut to wash your hands after you wash your hands frequently, and also not to use the creams, not to use the over-the-counter creams, so that this way you can prevent the fungal infections. Once you're diagnosed with a fungal infection, you need to consult a dermatologist. We give oral antifungals along with topical antifungals, which have to be applied on the lesion and around the lesion, at least 2 to 3 centimeters around the lesion, so that the infection doesn't spread. And also, we have to take the treatment even after the clinical cure, because fungal sometimes it remains dormant, and once you stop the treatment it may reoccur. So we generally encounter the patients who say that they took the treatment and the lesions got better, the rash got better, but once they stopped it came again. So it's better you consult a dermatologist before stopping the treatment. And this is how you can avoid the recurrence of the infection as well as the resistance. These days the resistance is quite common. Resistance means that the medicines we were previously giving for the fungal infection are now not acting on the fungus because of the injudicious use of topical steroids over the years. So I advise you all to not use any kind of fungal creams, antifungal creams which are shown in the like in the over the media without consulting the dermatologist. So thank you so much.